Imagine a place where the barrier of time melts away, where an entire village vanishes overnight, not due to a known natural disaster, but because of a mysterious curse or a portal to another world. This is the story of Áshli Village, one of those enduring urban legends passed down through generations, leaving behind a haunting question in the minds of all who hear it. Can a place be governed by laws different from our own? Can mystery be this profound? Prepare for a journey into the heart of one of the most awe-inspiring and curious tales. The legend, a disappearance in the mists of time. The details vary slightly from one account to another, but the core of the story remains the same. Legend says Áshli Village was a small, quiet, and prosperous settlement nestled in a remote area surrounded by dense forests. Its inhabitants lived in peace and harmony, relying on farming and hunting. The pivotal event. One autumn night, a thick and unusual fog, said to have a violet or pale green hue, enveloped the entire village. This was no ordinary mist. It was silent, heavy, like a veil separating the village from the world. On the following morning, travelers passing through the area found no trace of the community. There were no ruins, no tools, not even the foundations of houses. Every sign of life had vanished, as if the earth had swallowed the village and everyone in it whole. The eerie glimpses. The legend continues that some people claim on certain nights, when the fog is particularly dense, they can sometimes see faint lights moving in the location of the old village, or hear distant sounds in the mournful groan of a church bell from beneath the ground. There are even tales of travelers who lost their way and suddenly found themselves inside the village for a moment. They would feel a sense of dread and see inhabitants moving like ghosts before the scene would vanish, leaving them alone in the forest once more.
Scientific and rational explanations, deconstructing the myth. While the legend offers a thrilling narrative, science and reason provide more grounded explanations for such tales. 1. Metaphor and historical distortion.
Forgotten natural disasters. Many historians believe a legend like Áshli Village could be an exaggeration or distortion of a real event. The village might have been struck by a sudden, deadly epidemic like the plague that killed most of its population and forced the survivors to abandon it. Alternatively, a flood or landslide could have destroyed it, erasing its features. Over time, the historical tragedy morphed into a fantastical story, blending fact and mystery. Mass migration. The villagers may have abandoned their homes en masse for economic or social reasons, resource depletion, local war, in an organized manner, leaving behind a deserted village. As the buildings collapsed and the forest reclaimed the land, it appeared as if it had disappeared. Misinterpreted natural phenomena. Fog and mirage, especially in low-lying areas between hills, can completely obscure the view of entire villages and distort sounds, creating a sense of obscurity and mystery. Phenomena like the Fata Morgana mirage, where different layers of air bend light to reflect images of distant places, can create illusions of villages appearing or disappearing. Marsh gas. In forested and swampy areas, gases like methane, which can sometimes ignite creating ghost lights or will-o'-the-wisps, can cause dizziness and hallucinations in travelers, leading them to believe they witnessed or heard supernatural things. 3. Psychology and human perception. Pareidolia. This is the human brain's tendency to see familiar patterns, like faces or buildings, in random stimuli, like fog or trees. A frightened traveler might interpret the sounds of nocturnal animals or rustling leaves as whispers or bells. The power of suggestion and memory. Once a story like Áshli's spreads, any thick fog in that area becomes Áshli's mysterious fog. People begin to interpret any strange experience through the lens of this legend, reinforcing it and making it feel real.
Conclusion. On the threshold between the impossible and the unknown. The story of Áshli Village, like many urban legends, remains suspended in that gray area between fact and fiction. While scientific explanations offer logical and convincing answers, they cannot always erase that sense of awe and curiosity the legend stirs within us.
The takeaway is not about proving or disproving the existence of the mysterious village, but about recognizing that the world is still full of phenomena that challenge our immediate understanding, though this doesn't necessarily mean they are impossible or supernatural. Often, the impossible is merely a phenomenon for which we haven't yet discovered the scientific explanation. These stories remind us that mystery is part of the nature of our universe, and that curiosity and the drive to explore are what propel humanity forward. Perhaps the true reality behind the Áshli legend lies not in the disappearance of a village, but in our eternal desire to believe that other worlds are waiting to be discovered, even if they exist only in the vast realm of human imagination.